Fiddle-dee-doo, fiddle-dee-day, I smell gachalogic at play. Fiddle-dee-day, fiddle-dee-doo, let's find out in today's review. This should be a fun and interesting watch. If we do not run out of time, that would suck. My spell may not be the best, it feels to be a perfect time for some rhymes. I think I'm missing where the rhyme comes in between like fun and interesting watch or that would suck. I don't know. Is that not where that's supposed to be severed? I'm not actually sure. Sorry about that one. Kind of rhymes because I ain't smart enough to keep it up. How do some people do this? It takes practice, that much I can say. Rome was not built in a day. There you go. Okay. Also, Aiden's saying could be a pun in the private chat. Watch and time. That's not a rhyme, though, is it? That's a pun. That's a different thing. Anyway, time for some random guesses before the actual review starts. Let's see. It's called GachaLife. The thumbnail looks rather silly, so I guess it's probably going to be silly. I hope it isn't also there's a bit of stories. There's a bunch of random shenanigans. That's actually what I thought when Josh proposed this yesterday. I thought, oh, okay, it's going to be like one of those, top 10 gachalogic moments or something like that. But no, from what I briefly took a glance at it, and apparently it's an isekai. So I guess we'll see. Aiden's now asking about a wedding or something. I think I'm not caught up in the chat yet. What's going on? Let's see. He needs something to fill the. Oh, another Karen from KW's work. Got to record a short scene. Well, unfortunately, your spot was taken up by Ghosty.
I called dibs.
You certainly did. It's like you're foaming at the mouth or something. I got a rhyme. Once upon a time, there was a land in the sky where the waters are crystal blue, and there are people too. Please open up your next book with that line.
Oh,
that has got
great.
to be in Misfits too.
Don't call me a liar. If you call me a liar, then I'm probably going to expire.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh well. Time shall tell, that's all I fear, until we find out the next part of the story of S.M.A. Okay, anyway, Aiden's here as well.
Yes. Also, Ghosty, did you draw on that image? Or is that GachaLife 2? Because I see shading.
This is GachaLife 2.
Shading.
Is this okay, is this like a different image to what I'm thinking of? Is this you've shown Aiden the logo as well that you sent
what?
me?
No,
but
I
now I
haven't.
want to see it. I was talking about Ghosty's profile image.
That's fine. We can talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. Jacob, do you want to show what we have so far?
Sure, I suppose. Yeah. Consider this a people above teaser for a Shni not being worked on due to the Christmas special.
Look, Kremas is more important.
Kremas is more important.
What?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, Kremas has a time limit. That's why. That's the only reason, honestly.
People above don't have no time limit.
And that's why Kremas.
Kremas.
Okay, seems to not want to download the image. So anyway,
so and then I guess
now it worked.
Now it worked.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with it.
But for those of you who don't know, I am in fact a graphic designer, and I did in fact go to school for it. So I sent Jacob a rough, colorless outline of a logo and asked, "Hey, what would you like?"
and I said colors because I didn't know you were sending me about colors. But I thought that was like the version you were trying to say. Hey, does this work?
I want
It's
colors
like,
on
well,
the
I can't
logo.
read the text, but otherwise. Okay, so yeah, the version that actually has colors is this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I said that
Although
the
I
only
got a
difference between
question. Why doesn't the sword have an outline though? Why does none of this have an outline?
I mean, it's a placeholder at the moment because the sword has to change anyway because since we haven't designed the character that's supposed to wield the sword that's featured in the logo, we probably should do that first and decide that because
Yeah,
again that
like
very first episode 2, which is why I messaged the group with you and Emily. It's like who wants to design.
like that and Aiden, I don't usually work with outlines anyway. I don't know. It's just a style thing, but I don't like working with too harsh outlines.
I mean, you could, yeah. I guess depending on what you would say, like the foggy blurriness you have around it could be classified as something outlining the text.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
it's something outlining the text, but it's not like outlines.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it looks pretty cool so far. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Like food.
Bonus once again reminded me that we have a competition going on the Butter Bunch that I need to announce. At this point, I'm going to make a community post. I haven't had time to make a video. Again, I've been working on the Christmas special.
Like,
Oh, how's that going, Jacob? Tell the world.
Slowly.
Slowly. I was also going to say, Aiden, yeah, it's a rough outline. It's not anything too much to write home about right now. We're waiting
it
for
looks
the
cool, at
sword
least
of
so
the
far.
final guy that needs to be introduced. And as soon as you guys design that guy, I can pop the sword in there, finish it up, and it's done.
Cool. I could design the guy Jacob unless you want to design him.
I mean, yeah, I kind of have no because like at the time that Ghosty was sending me that stuff, I was actively working on something else, and then at the same time thinking like, okay, I'm gonna have to design this now. I was either gonna go have dinner or have a bath. I was like, all right,
Don't
I
worry.
need to design a character right now, to make this work. So I opened it up to the group for that reason.
I
Oh,
got
no.
this.
Take it. No, Aiden, you can't rush this sort of thing. Don't.
Oh, I know. No, I don't rush things.
You rush things all the time. That is 100% my issue with you sometimes.
I
mean,
rush nothing.
I mean, honestly, like you being very fast is advantageous to yourself and us at times. This might not be one of those times.
This is not one of those moments. Yeah, you might want to slow your roll just a bit.
How long does it take Ghosty to make a logo, if that's all right to ask? I imagine it depends, but go ahead, Ghosty.
Oh yeah, it depends on if you... Well, it depends on a few factors. Sometimes I will make a few rough passes of a logo on paper. And I can normally go through 2 or 3 rough draft designs until I find something I like. And then I go into Fire Alpaca and make another rough logo, but this time a little more clean and digital art, so I can get a good gauge on what the final design might look like. That or I take it directly into Inkscape and make a colorless version, and then send it their way. And hey, if I'm doing client work, I'll send them all rough passes of the sketch and final and, test designs. And I'll ask, hey, would you like a thing that looks like this or a thing that looks like this? Like while I was doing the logo for Alpha Witch Academy, I sent Jacob a few different passes of the logo. I essentially treated it like client work.
I imagine it also depends on the person, because sometimes like there's like the client or whoever might actually might actually like go back and like say like, oh, I'm actually going to do this thing and this thing, and then I like want to be a huge perfectionist and tweak a bunch of things because they have a vision in mind they didn't know quite how to express. Other times, some people just don't give you enough information to work on. And
yes, Aiden.
What do you mean?
I was trying
Aiden?
not to say that, but yes, a prime example.
Listen, okay, I am not good at details and specifics sometimes.
But yeah, often finding a logo that's just right for people's work involves directly talking to the client and seeing if there's anything, that needs to be changed. Also, Ghost Kitty is like, okay, that's way too many technical words.
Oh, right.
I make a practice one, and then I talk to the person, and then make the final one.
Or sometimes you make several different practice ones, and the one that they think or you think is the best one gets developed further.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the logos I make for you guys are normally ones I make for fun and practice. So
Of course, yeah.
it depends on what I want, and I don't have to work with a client, which makes it fun. But when I
There
do
you
have
go.
to work with a client, it's normally like, hey, is this the thing you want? No, is this the thing you want? Yes.
That
Send
sounds
me all of
stressful.
the. It's stressful, Aiden, because it is quite literally work.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
is a job.
Some gacha videos where they have main characters participate in challenges, being stuck in a room, being forced to face their greatest fears, etc. I imagine that's going to continue in a second.
Joke's on you. I have my most of my fears are existential. I mean, I do have actual physical fears, but my worst fears are existential fears.
I'm afraid of spiders.
See,
I'm also
that's
very terrified of spiders, but not
that's
as much
the
as my
actual way to
existential
defeat-
dread.
That's the actual way to defeat Pennywise, isn't it? Just like like imagine if your greatest fear is loneliness or something. What does Pennywise do? Disappear?
Oh no, I'm alive.
I imagine that works for like boggarts in Harry Potter as well. They have to be something material, physical. Otherwise, it's.
I mean,
or they just have to do
I-
something abstract.
To be fair, I guess Pennywise. If your main fear is existential, Pennywise probably would just resort to a more physical fear of yours. Be like, okay, this isn't your worst fear, but it's the fear I could manage to do. So
I think I saw a
what?
sketch about that once.
Like the boggart just looks at me and says, "Oh, your fear is the existential dread of being alone." I can't do that, so how about I turn into your father? Is that okay?
Either that or if your fear ends up being like anxiety or something, just turning into like a crowd. I don't know.
Just the whole crowd of people just walk out of the closet.
just a whole army. It's like I swore there was like one boggart in this closet here. Like what's going on? Yeah. It'd be more confusing than anything else.
Jack the dog lover.
Okay, here's the here's the next part. Yeah, the new character the challenge idea is having to face GachaLife logic. Yes. Okay, there we go. And yes, there was a mod song competition that we haven't announced yet because I was going to make a video about this and then like set a time frame, but I mentioned the idea in the live stream on the Butter Bunch, and Bon has been asking me about that ever since. It's like I haven't had a chance to really like properly announce anything yet, so I can answer questions, but nothing's been determined. So you haven't technically missed out on anything. I guess people who watch the stream have a bit of an advantage, but whatever.
I
Yeah,
have
Hero
a
to
home
meters
field
overnight.
advantage. I just learned of both of these competitions.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the hair going 2 meters overnight, not necessarily. Hair going 2 meters if you like put your hand at the back of your head and change your style. That's gachalogic there. Schoolgirls singing on rooftops. I guess, yeah, and Jake as well. Several props being held between your thumb and your pinky finger. They just acknowledge that it's odd. Yeah. Do they get stuck in a room with another character or multiple that they don't like? I'm guessing that's from being from the stuck in the room thing from like the previous comment. What goes to practice drawings? Okay, there you go. What goes to practice drawings? See what looks best if you start the actual logo is all I heard. That is essentially all that we said, but yes. Okay.
You have multiple practice logos. I show them to the person, get what they want, and then do the actual logo.
Okay. All right, then. I guess we're all caught up. Let's see what the actual gachalogic is like when someone has been isekai'd into the game. Specifically GachaLife. I presume it's because of the life mode from there, but again, could be wrong. We'll find out. Without further ado, on with the review.
Oh, I was drinking water there, just was squirted itself on me. Oh god.
Yeah. By the way, the music is actually credited in the description, like the specific ones.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy just to not do that because it's part of the game, and so you don't really people don't really expect that. But yeah, they're all there, and there's links to them. So if anyone wants to use the actual GachaLife music for anything, there's your access point in the description of the other video, which can be found in the description of this video. Apparently, Bond doesn't miss it, but there you go.
I just play Gacha on mute.
Well, yes, same here, obviously, but for the actual story... good old green shadow. This is the reason I stopped using shadows in the Music Girl, because in Season 1, I forgot to turn shadows off a lot, and whenever I was Chroma King, that always happened.
I'm not a fan of shadows in Gacha.
They have their uses.
So
I
this is
just call them.
GachaLife. Doesn't seem so bad. Why is this
Oh
game
god,
so
on
much
and
fun?
on. That song.
Oh, so apparently this is just a version where you can go into the game immediately. Like, there's no explanation as to how the person gets
Also,
isekai.
by the way,
Okay.
why is he a Luname? Like, is he just possessing a version of Luname's body? Like, normally.
I think it's because he's the default. So
Wait, is he the default? Dang.
well, he's the default in this version. I mean, I guess
I forgot
I guess
about
in
that.
GachaLife, yeah, kind of in a way. I mean, any of the presets could have been. I imagine if GachaLife
Because,
were
like,
again, you
if
could actually
it was
go
Gacha Club, it would
enter.
be default boy.
Yeah,
Default.
if it's Gacha Club that you could, if GachaLife was the thing you could enter, I imagine they would ask you to pick a preset or customize your character first, which I'm surprised that this didn't do actually. But anyway, you're gonna make a
Well,
note of
I
every
mean,
Gacha
normally-
logic moment. Okay.
Okay, to be fair, normally with isekais, they make the character look like you sometimes. Like, sometimes it'll literally just be your body, but in this world, like, you'll have, like, your exact, like...
I understand that, but this isn't. But in this particular case, considering that this is going into a game that's all about customizing characters, it feels counterintuitive to go with that approach.
Not really. I mean, the game customization would just customize yourself based off your real life self. Therefore, creating
That implies that the main character here is an exact replica of Luname in real life.
I know, but that's normally how, I'm just saying that's normally how isekais work in a lot of scenarios.
Oh no, I understand
I'm
that.
taking
The exception I can-
the exact
the only exception I
concept
can
of it.
think of is probably Sword Art Online, the Alfheim section. That one is where specifically because I remember the abridged episode. All right, now you can play. Just as soon as you customize your avatar. Default! Phenomenal, this holding default! Anyway.
I mean, to be fair, let's be honest. Kirito as a protagonist doesn't really look that unique. Oh, he has black hair. Oh no, so different.
Oh no, I understand that. That was one of the main critiques of actual Sword
Yeah.
Art Online. Sword Art Online Abridged, the excuse was that he spent hours trying to come up with a username and he just picked the default character because
Yeah.
he was so tired of being on the screen. Yeah. Which, who knows? Maybe this happened to this character. It's just like, fine, I'll pick a preset. I don't care.
He's just talking to like a goddess that was reincarnating him, and he's like, "Okay, so what do you want your character to look like? You already had me choose a lot of stuff already. I don't want to do this. It's just like,
Exactly. Yeah.
do you want to be the
I'll tell you what,
default?
this could
It's
have been
like,
worse.
whatever.
This could have been worse. He could have hit the random feature.
No, that'd be hilarious. No, just click random, and you get that. It's like, ah! In
Yeah,
the
but
whole
imagine having to-
series, he looks horrific.
Imagine having to look at that the entire time. That's probably not a good idea.
I mean, that could be a joke, or at least a joke in the first episode, basically being like,
Don't-
"Oh my god, I gotta change myself," and then he maybe talks like some sort of guys or some sort of beings, like, "Fine, I'm gonna bippity boppity boom you to be actually decently presenting." Boom.
I suppose that feels like a Deus Ex Machina, personally, but that'll be.
I don't know. A lot of these stories also have you talking to a goddess before you get reincarnated.
Yes, before, but this is clearly after reincarnation, and what you're suggesting would be like a redesign later on after the reincarnation point. That doesn't usually happen. Anyway, don't remind me of the fairy season I hated. Watch the abridged version. You won't regret
the
it.
abridged.
Yeah. Everyone gets a teddy bear and a juice box just in case. The most important juice box is to help you drink to forget, but you always remember. Yes, classic ghosty quote. We don't like Kirito because of him having black hair, Aiden. We love him because he's interesting. Do not attack him or suffer the wrath of me. Again, watch the abridged version. The Kirito himself makes that show as well. Anyways, let's actually watch not Kirito. Samuel James is the name of the main character. Oh, okay. Where did she get a balloon? That just appeared out of nowhere. I will give credit to this. Like, GachaLife seems to have a lot of life in this version. Like, it's simple enough, but I thought it was going to go through like the different pages you get on the life mode, where there's like 2 or 3 characters in each one. But no, you've got actual people roaming about. Some of which I'm fairly certain are customized. I don't remember most of these being presets at all. And now we have apparently defined the laws of physics, which I guess is the first gachalogic that Bond probably wants to write down. So, oh, actually, no, they've done it already. There we go. Got it. But still, where'd that balloon come from? Again, red balloon, Pennywise. still
oh
causing
no,
mayhem.
Pennywise has got her.
Yes, I mean, she's floating. Makes sense to me.
We all float up here.
Yes, certainly. Oh, hold on. I was commenting on Senpai Banter designs of the other characters back at the same time. I know a lot of them are presets. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to enter the game of GachaLife, you're going to find presets. This is like the one time that that I can see an actual excuse for why presets are used as as characters. Especially when you want to have fill a scene with a bunch of extras. I mean, honestly, why not? Also, people animal hybrids, GachaLife. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh no. Wow, she got like very quickly. Oh, for the wastelands of the highways, we're actually going through the song. Oh, I just clocked that. That is great.
Also, that familiar is very terrifying. I like it.
Hey, at least it saved this girl's life from falling somehow way higher up than I thought that balloon would have taken her, but there you go.
I'm gonna save your life, and now I'm going to take you on a road trip, small child.
Yep, through wastelands, through the highways. Exactly.
Let's go! Where are your parents?
Why does she have it? Yeah. I'm going to take an adventure, but also, where do you live? I need to actually know where to drop you off after this. Anyway, I will comment on the design to still go, because why do you have a random raccoon tail? Hey, look, sometimes people just have raccoon tails. You can't always control that, man. Anyway. No, I've just read that already. Do I need to know what's happening? This is the intro, so I'm going to assume not.
No.
I'm that blonde, which is more emotional than every pop character ever. Not about everyone, but the vast majority, certainly. Ah, okay, to the edge of the universe. Okay, so we were talking about logos before. I mean, putting that logo to say like Logic in the same Gacha font, that to me feels fairly impressive.
Yeah, it does.
And I guess the electricity is also meant to imply that, we are in the world of a computer. Or mobile, we don't know. Is it the mobile version? It's 16:9, so I'm going to guess now. And like I said before, chroma keyed shadows, you can see like the outline of the keying. This takes me back. Not in a good way, but oh well. What about that blonde-haired preset? Is a true mist. Yeah. The child proceeds to get spaghettified by that black hole and her coma dream. Okay.
Honestly, I don't want to think of a child getting spaghetti.
Yeah, another advantage of GachaLife, I guess, is that you have the animations back. Because by the way, this was made in 2022, incidentally. So Gacha Club very much into its stride at this point. But yeah, like actually getting to see people walk around again, not having to do so much with that. I can see now more and more why GachaLife was chosen for this.
Oh, what's that?
Then again, Gacha Club would have had the advantage of just being able to pick on like a bunch of presets and have people not recognize them, make the world feel even fuller. But yeah, well, good with the bad. Harvey convinced you. Camera angles, Bonnie likey, Jacob likey as well. And also custom backgrounds. I don't recognize one from GachaLife anywhere.
Ghosty also likey.
I recognize all of these presets though, but yeah, other than that, trying to remember. This was like, was it? I don't think Gacha was named Shadow. I don't think it was Shadow. That's Pat. That was Reich or something. Then you've got Bex and Mumble, and of course Looney. Anyway.
Also, why is everyone arguing?
Yeah, also, why was the redhead preset like shouting to no one?
That's actually a good point. He's probably
Yeah.
shouting towards the girls over here who are standing, like, watching the chaos.
Either that or like these are all like player characters, and the person was like he's actually talking to like the two Pat and the other guy, but he just didn't angle the sprites properly, so it looks like he's facing the opposite direction. Jake, Bess is like that fun phone who's got to the Jacob voices. She was actually the prototype for Reina, so but yeah, I can see why because of the, again, raccoon tail and purple hair and etc. It would be more guys. Yes, that's true. Oh look, there you go.
Sorry.
One of them is.
What happened again?
What won't happen again? He just showed up.
And he's a scientist?
Is that a shock in this game? I just don't.
I wonder what he's gonna think that I just walked in his house.
Depends. This is an NPC character. Okay.
Wow, neat.
I've just realized something. That like those background images there, are very bold to have like a pure green background, because I'm pretty sure anyone could take the footage from this video and make the background something entirely different and just like put them in the most bizarre places. Now, I'm in no way saying people can click the link in the description of this video if they have knowledge of chroma keying, edit the photos to be in the most wacky places of all time, and then send me the scenes separately on my community tab or on Discord. But it is a thing people could do, in theory, of course. I was talking the other presets. So
Okay, not saying I would do that, but hypothetically, if I put one of them in Rome.
I mean, why not? Yeah, put them in Rome, the moon, the bottom of a volcano. I don't know.
I don't get it. How did I fail? I did everything right.
Oh look, you unlocked the character customization options. Did you push the random button?
You never know. That would explain the red socks at the
It would
bottom of the
also
white
explain
trousers.
Would also explain the yellow skin.
Also, is that a Minecraft flint with green outline? I've never seen that prop before. That might be custom. I'm not sure. Oh, see, I did rhyme accidentally, Ghost Kitty. That's what happens sometimes. In the backgrounds where they belong. Yes, yeah, there you go. That's another option. Yeah. Definitely plenty of those backgrounds booming around.
Yes. To the moon, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Ah!
Ah!
What the heck? You almost made me drop this specimen.
But you said it was a failure, right? So does it matter?
Oh,
Anyway.
Sorry.
There's like another, like, there's like a green egg container as well. Why are so many props in this? Like, it feels like they were like hollowed out so they could be filled in with something else in post-production, and then that something else never came.
Who are you anyway? And don't even try that on me. I know you're not a loony.
It's green. You're colorblind, Ghosty. His skin is green, Ghosty. Why, thank you for telling me the obvious, Bon.
Hmm. But yeah, speaking of green, again, look at that egg container or something. Not really sure what that's supposed to be.
I'm new.
Nuclear waste, possibly.
Okay, what are you doing in my lab, Nu?
No. New isn't my name. I mean, I'm new to this game.
Okay, now that we're actually getting to nice rhyme. Now we're getting into this. I feel like the actual the voice acting, like the clips of those, like they need to be like paced a little bit faster. Like that joke there's like I'm new. Oh well, hello, welcome to my lab, new. No, my name isn't new. Like speed that up so it's actually funny. Like hi, I'm new. Oh, welcome to my lab, new. But no, my name's not actually new. Like something like that. You know what I mean? Why is Looney yelling? He's barely yelling. No one's projecting in this so far as well. That's another thing with the voice acting. It's kind of flat at the moment.
Well, that explains it.
And who is this Lunai I keep hearing about?
Looney is the creator.
Okay, normally when people like see something like, oh, if you just saw like his name written down or something, it's like I need to find someone called Lunaimi or Lunim. Lunaim or something like that. They're reading it off, and that makes sense. But you've just heard him say loony. So clearly, like, you don't know how it's spelt. So why do you think it's anything other than what you've heard it to be already? Like, audibly, that joke doesn't work. Yeah, not the Lunai disc. That's not even gachalogic. That's just not any logic at all.
It's dumb.
Mm-hmm. Hi, new. I'm Scientist 101. Hi, Hungry. I'm Dad. Why'd you name me this way? Why? Anyway.
Creator of this entire world.
So he's the creator of the game.
Precisely.
Oh my, why was that such a long pause? You see what I mean now? That was not like a dramatic effect or something. The game is not a developer. Why not put themselves as the default? God, anyway.
I thought like the scientist was going to reveal some information, like, oh, he didn't create this. This world is a game to you, but not to me. That would have been interesting for that long of a pause. I was too mistaken.
Yeah, unfortunately that will have to be saved for Dreams of Astora. Gonna do an internet. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'm real, man. Do you want to go skateboards? Anyway, so I will say I love this transition here though. Going from the angle where like the background actually fades, but the character like shrinks down, rather than just zooming out with the camera, like actually shrink down the person and keep the background so you can see it there.
The Looney OC is automatically selected, and usually people pretend to be Looney for something.
Wouldn't a username prevent that? Does this game not show people's gamer tags?
Like, we haven't seen a gamer tag floating above anyone's head yet, so most likely not.
Yeah, that's also like in GachaLife, that's like left on by default. You have to turn that off. So yeah, why do you not have that? Why? Okay, having him like grow back up, you probably should have done that while the background was still there. Looking at all the middle presets, the presets has been updated. That is how that goes. If anything, these were the updated versions back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
Sam, nice to meet you.
Sam?
Sam, nice to
Is
meet
that
you.
the name of a female?
What? No, Sam is a gender neutral name. Excuse me? Have you never heard of a male Sam? Like, for
Apparently
example,
not.
a popular character named Sam is Sam from Supernatural, a TV show that's 50 seasons that was aired on the CW. So
Okay.
yes, there are male Sams. Sam is a gender neutral name.
I guess
There's also
there's
female
also-
Sams.
Well, there's
Yeah.
yeah, but like clearly this guy's heard of female Sams. I guess
But-
another male Sam would be like Sam I Am or something.
But
Maybe.
there are male. Oh my god! I feel like most people know a lot of the gender neutral names, and
Yeah.
Sam is in that category. Sam isn't a name that's only ever attributed to females, except for like in one instance where people are trying to make it a gender neutral name. No, it's been a gender neutral name for a while. God.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Tomska, Tomska has a book called Sam Kills Christmas, and deliberately like there's no reference to Sam's gender like whatsoever in that book because it's completely irrelevant to the story. So again, clearly was picked for that reason. Also, it's worth pointing out there's a gacha preset called Pat that clearly this person who knows about gacha would have seen. So yeah. Anyway, and yes, I do remember the llama therapist joke.
What? Wait, llama
Oh.
therapist?
Yeah, it was from a previous stream. I can't remember exactly what it was like. It was some, it was something along the lines of like, "Oh yes, I don't know. I just feel like I
Oh,
don't have my
that.
place in the world or something. What do you think?" Something like that.
I feel like that's more of a horse noise than anything.
Yeah, the
Jacob.
first time I did the impression was better. I can't remember what I did.
Yeah,
better the first time.
that sounds like a horse.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like this. I'm trying to remember the
I feel like
sounds.
the llama therapist would like spit on the patient.
Yeah, there you go. There's something like that. I can't remember it anymore.
Well, yes. Anyways, I'm here because I heard an explosion and I was curious.
I broke into your home because I was curious.
I mean, that is how people play games sometimes.
Breaking
fairly
it,
certain-
okay, listen, guys.
That's like
breaking
a part of Pokemon, isn't it? It's like 10% of what you do in Pokemon.
breaking it
Yeah,
and running is hashtag quirky. God.
But Pokemon is clearly a single player game, while this is a multiplayer experience.
Well, boy, I sure do love my fragile vases around my beautifully decorated house. Oh well, hello, Link. What are you doing here today? 5 minutes later. Well, took all my gems. That's like one of the only bits of Zelda I know. Teleportation potion. Yes, dragon scales radium. So it was nuclear waste. 1 drop of magnesium, other science stuff, and gachalogic. Okay, but what counts as the other science stuff in this? Like, you just like drop anything in there?
It's like Emerald Secret. We need a very
Potion.
hyper-specific emerald from this very one specific place for reasons that are unexplained.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it needs to be like a hyper-specific emerald, it just had to be
It had to be like
purified
a
enough.
special and enchanted emerald because, like, the way,
Potential.
like, to be fair, the way the emeralds were portrayed in that season, the way the texture was, they did have like a glow and a shine that not normal emeralds have that we have seen before. So therefore, it would give a more magical aura than just a normal emerald.
Yeah.
From
Either that or they just have a higher refractive index and Ian just didn't account for that. Can you imagine?
All they have to do is polish this emerald, and ooh, look, it's enchanted emerald.
Yeah. Maybe it was that it was the impurities on the other emeralds that like made them not as good to use.
Like maybe,
Like
but
had to be purified crystals.
maybe, but there was next to no explanation to clear that up for us.
Yeah,
It was
no, of
just
course
like,
not.
yep, this one emerald. We're going to leave the audience to speculate what makes this one emerald so special.
Yeah, why Ian of all people could tell the difference? Maybe he smelt it.
Like at
his-
that
with his
point, he
snoot.
was
To be fair, he
with
was.
his snooter, but he wasn't even a werewolf anymore. He was a human.
No, he wasn't a human during Emerald Secret. He was
During
a
most of it, yeah.
During most of Emerald Secret, he was a human person up until like.
What
No.
do you mean? He wasn't human
No.
during Emerald Secret. He only became human at the end after Aaron beat him.
Yeah, that was the origin of that.
He wanted to mind control Aaron to turn S.M.A into a werewolf, not himself into a werewolf again, because he never lost being a werewolf till the end of that season.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that season.
Ah,
Like no,
God.
like we went back to watch that season, and I forgot it again because
I remember all the details, but
like
it's
I'm
one-
glad
it's one
you
of
can
the-
remember all the details. But that used to be my favorite season. I watched it again, figured out it wasn't as great as I remembered, and now I just can't retain any memory of it at all.
Listen,
Kind of the
listen.
reverse of finished up High Season 2 for you, actually.
Listen, like for me, if I like something, I retain. If I like something or even know anything about anything, I said this to KW. I retain all the continuity. Like I was talking to KW about continuity and stuff, and continuity and scripts, and like I was told KW, no, I know all the continuity. Once I read something, I can retain a lot of the continuity, and I can memorize all of it.
Yeah, the caveat is you have to read something.
Yeah, or watch something. But I do keep
Yeah.
continuity in mind, whether I like something or not. Like it was God, we were talking about like FNAF. Like there was some FNAF art, and like this person drew Elizabeth wrong because they gave her brown hair. And I was having beef with that. That's like Elizabeth is a ginger. When we
You
saw
sound like
her,
like
in
Emily's
Pixar-
hate commenters.
when we saw Emily in Pixar, not Emily. God, now I'm thinking Emily.
Elizabeth.
Okay, no.
You saw Elizabeth.
When we saw Elizabeth in Pixar, guess who had brown hair? Not brown hair. Had ginger hair.
Yes.
Elizabeth. It was clearly ginger. It was ginger. Why would you draw her with brown hair? She doesn't have brown hair.
I think someone
Be
once
raged.
suggested to have. I think someone once suggested to have Agatha dress up as Elizabeth Afton for Halloween at one point.
What?
I'm not sure if that was you, but like I
I don't think that was
mentioned
me. That doesn't feel like me. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I mean, we obviously know, we obviously have a better idea for yeah, a cosplay for for Agatha or a costume in general.
I think
Okay.
Agatha would look cute in any costume, though.
Well, yeah, no, it's just that there's like another character, fictional character that makes way more sense for Agatha to cosplay as.
Plus, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Agatha would even like FNAF. Like in universe, I don't think she'd be a fan of FNAF.
I mean, I'm not sure she's able to play most.
Well,
of
she's
the
not
games.
able to play it, but even with the lore, I don't know if she'd be a big fan of that. Like people, like Agatha doesn't seem like the kind of person to be in that kind of dark stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, people getting scooped, children being murdered. Oh man, that sounds like something Agatha would love to do. Like
Yeah, especially when she can't see it coming. Yeah, probably not.
She can't see it coming!
Plus, to be fair, Agatha would also probably hate the idea of listening to the games because I don't think she would like the sound of the jump scares. I think she would be very sensitive
all
to
that she'd
that.
be able to tell is like the camera, the sound of the camera changing, the
doors closing,
whirring, yeah, the constant whirring, the doors opening and closing, and the random screams. Like that would be less prepared.
I don't think she would enjoy it at all.
Also, I'm gonna say, unless you're like KW and you haven't played any of the legacy FNAF games and only Security Breach.
But even then, you have to move around the premises. How's she gonna do that?
She can't play video games like that.
Ghost Kitty is like, hey Ghosty, do you understand what's going on? All Jacob and Aiden are saying is going in one ear and out the other. To be honest, know until the conversation skipped to FNAF, and I was like, oh, we're not watching FNAF.
Yeah, the character I was talking about was Toph Beifong, by the way. That's the perfect cosplay for Agatha. Just in future.
That is a perfect cosplay for Agatha.
Yeah.
Fair enough, you know.
Mhm. How do you feel about this video so far? Rubbish! Sorry, that's a very old British comedy joke. It's actually really good.
But what was the explosion for?
Well, I didn't exactly succeed. I saw I had all the ingredients in.
Yes, including other science stuff. I wonder what went wrong.
Oh, then I'll leave you to it. Nice meeting you, I guess.
I like how they did. Yeah, so clearly, like the creator, who I'm trying to remember, the S.M.A. is the name of the channel. Clearly, S.M.A. is able to be able to sync up the audio to the visual, or visuals up to audio. I should probably say is more likely, and like the mouth movements actually the change of go along with the change of emotion. That's great. Why not just cut out the pauses then? If you have that syncing power, cut out the needless pauses that we don't that take away from the actual pacing. Anyway, I don't have any coloring pages. Felt that could be distracted by coloring pages while the adults are talking. Wow. Okay. Jeez. We're losing them today.
Wait! Could you please help me out with the potion to make sure I did everything right?
Hey, can
What?
you please get me a throat lozenge because for some reason I sound like this now. I don't know why.
Sure, but
I'm trying to
just-
do my Rick and Morty impression.
Is that the Rick and Morty impression? I mean, wow. Can you just, my goodness.
gonna need something in return.
I'm sorry, I don't have any toys lying around.
Candies?
No!
I
Don't
don't
touch
have
that.
any toys lying around.
Why would you think that you would toys? He's playing a video game. Who uses toys in a video game for their video game character?
Well, it could be like Toys to Life, you know? Like good old Skylanders.
Good old.
I guess.
Like, why would we need Skylanders in a VR game, Aiden?
Is there like an eShop or something? I don't know. Maybe just like jam the Skylander into like the side of your headset or something. Or just precariously balance them on like this visor. Anyway.
That. These liquids are dangerous if held like that.
Well,
Held like what?
if I'm gonna help, I'm not gonna do it for free.
He's not even holding on to anything.
Okay, how about this? If you
I turned myself
Yep.
green, Morty. My name is Looney. I turned myself green, Looney. I'm Green Rick. It doesn't work. It doesn't work as an impression. That's all. Anyway.
assist me in my potion, I'll tell you everything about this game.
Wait, you know it's a game
That's
too?
it.
Dang. Who else here knows it's
Yes.
a game?
The other players do.
Oh. Wait, so
Yes,
is this not an isekai?
Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of feels like it. They've made it into a VR or something. I thought if there's going to be an isekai based on what I found from the description, but
Is it
Well, I scroll
because the
through.
isekai isn't really like a because normally in isekai stories it's like the character doesn't know it's like everyone in that world is their world, you know, and only the
Yeah,
main
although,
character is
I guess-
isekai'd in.
I guess to go back to the example of SAO, people count that as isekai, so I guess it kind of counts as long as you're going to a different place, even if other people also materialize there. I guess that kind of counts. I think Bofuri as well. People say that too. Those two examples, maybe it's that kind of style where it's just like, yeah, everyone gets isekai, not just the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are
I'll give you a
different
new
like
one.
styles and subgenres of isekai. Like there is the sent into another world isekai, which is, you know, common isekai. There's also video game isekai, which is also a fairly common subgenre of isekai.
Yeah. including one of Aiden's recent favorites, I guess.
Mhm. Well,
Which
man,
I did
well,
start. I did.
Oh my
Well,
I
I'm
did
in
start
love and a
watching, by the
villainous.
way.
Is it? Well, I guess it is a video game. I forgot about the video game component of the
It's
game.
yeah.
Even though we don't really focus on the video game component, we focus on the drama
I mean,
and
we
the
kind
comedy.
of do because I've only watched 2 episodes so far, but in those 2 episodes, there's been references like how to cheat the system, like in the game specifically, to make
With
sure that
flags and
exact
stuff.
results. Yeah, the different pathways and what the main character tries to play through, like which prince to like get closer to the villainess whose name I've already forgotten. Yeah,
Claire.
yeah,
A better look.
of course, Miss Claire.
Also, the drama of it. Oh my god! Like I watched the latest episode, and this character got brought in, and she is causing so much drama between Claire and Ray. It's like, oh my god, like and she's so annoying, but she's also like, ooh, the drama.
I see.
The
Okay, then.
drama bomb. Drama. I love the
Alright.
anime.
Yes, I can tell. I watched it as per your recommendation, then I got distracted. But yeah, I'll return to it. Also, I don't think the question was answered. Can judges be a part of the song? Probably not, because that feels unfair. Would I could like ask one of the other Butter Bunch members to join? If you're talking with BB or something. I mean, if you got BB to sing, I mean, kudos to you, but at the same time, probably unfair advantage.
Man, I didn't know you could get her to sing.
Exactly. I'm just gonna go look around, random test tubes, and yeah. All right.
All right, deal.
Yeah, you can't shake hands in the game. It's Gacha. Background and characters fake at different times. Whoopsie doodles.
Boy, don't I feel silly for keyframing 2 characters shaking hands.
Yeah, not every other bad members. What you want me in your in your song? That definitely feels unfair since the competition was my idea.
Here are the
What? Where did all the sounds go? I mean, oh yeah, I guess there aren't like any sound effects in this video, but the music has at least covered up for that now. Suddenly, with like the pure silence, it's just like they're standing around for a
ingredients to
bit.
the potion.
All right, let's do this.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Chemical X isn't one of the ingredients on the list.
Gonna make Powerpuff Girls?
Dragon scales.
Would have been a nice reference.
Where do you even get dragon?
Gachalogic.
Huh?
It's on the prop page. We can get whatever we want from there. For the in-game currency of gacha gems, which is an actual thing that exists.
Dragons are mythical animals that never existed, but because of gachalogic, they do. Is it now?
I mean, of all the examples of gacha logic, bring up this as the first one feels kind of tame.
But that's just story logic in
Like,
general.
he knows
You
he's in a video game. He's talking to a zombie for crying out loud.
Wait, he's a zombie? Dang.
Well, I mean, okay, he's talking to someone who's like customized their character to have green skin and resemble a mad scientist that's becoming undead. Oh my goodness. This is kind of boy, I have no clue what the plot is. Yeah, I thought it was when I saw this, I imagined the more typical reincarnation isekai was like, I'm suddenly in the world of Gacha and I have to get used to that, and there's gonna be all these wacky shenanigans of what's going on. But it seems like we're just learning about the game. But the thing is that most people who are going to watch this video already know how the game works. I mean, the main character discovering the absurdity of it by himself would have been the more interesting route to go. Rather than
I mean,
using a
honestly, I think a
mentor so
gacha
quickly.
isekai would be interesting. Like, you get sucked into world of gacha, and everyone in the world of gacha is like treating all these wacky and weird things as normal, and there's all this weird stuff going on. Everyone's just saying weird stuff. You have all the gacha stereotypes, and you have just the main character who has like all the common sense from the real world, where it's like, Why is there a uwu cat over there trying to flirt with a bad
So,
boy? And why is
essentially-
he
Make it one
stealing the
episode
bad
for each
boy's
of these things.
cigarette? Ah! He threw the cigarette.
Okay,
I don't know.
so Aiden, you're proposing a comedy where the character who is a straight man to everybody else's shenanigans.
Oh, okay. So for a second, the way you said that, I was like, "Wait, are we referring to actually being straight, or are we referring to the
No.
straight man in the comedy trope?" I got confused for a
trope,
minute.
yes.
I was like, "Wait a minute, which one are we
Yes,
talking about?"
Aiden, we're talking about the comedy trope.
Mhm.
We've discussed this already
I
with
know.
Ulrich, who is in a similar
I know.
character
Technically,
situation.
a lot of my series has a straight man. To the
I'm gonna
case.
kick you in the butt. The best. More like the worst.
I just remembered. Remember when Shorty used to say, "I'm gonna yeet you in the butt" all the time?
Yes.
Yeah. We need to bring that back. That was a fun time.
No.
Alright, you're new to the game. Let's just keep working on this.
It's
What-
so
yeah,
weird.
You knew that already. Whatever.
Oh.
Feeling sleepy? Well, don't worry. Montage time. With the power of the main tage. Okay, I guess this happens too. And that. Now, I'm not saying that those pure green rhombuses as windows could serve as the perfect way to consistently change the location of this lab every time it cuts back to them, and that would also be an equally hilarious edit to this episode that I would eagerly await for in my Discord notifications or YouTube community tab, but I will leave the image on screen long enough for no reason. What was that? What was that?
Having the main character fail consistently is my favorite part of this episode so far.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of that Fallen Angels montage with Trevor training to like hone his powers, where he summons a rubber duck instead of a sword. I like that.
That was actually a great moment.
Man moonwalking backwards. How else do you moonwalk? The moonwalk is performed backwards. That's how the dance move works, Josh.
I'm going to moonwalk forwards. Wait, I'm just walking.
Exactly, yeah. The moonwalk is supposed to look like the motion for walking forwards, but you are going backwards.
Wait, just try it.
You try it!
How?
Yeah, you're the
will this
assistant.
even affect us? This is just a game.
Just try it already!
Oh, okay, chill.
How will that affect you if it's just a game then?
I mean, wouldn't it be like how it affects my character instead of how it affects me? Because you know, it's
Well,
not actually...
okay, people say that refer to themselves when referring to their characters in games all the time. That's a common thing to do. Also,
Is this
smart to cut away and have the Minecraft drinking sound effect, because if you didn't have the animation for actually drinking, which I can understand, because again, that was one of the things I had to account for in Puppy Love.
See? It didn't do anything.
Why am I not surprised?
Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
he got
something
green
happened.
screened out of existence.
You failed first!
They teleport? Wait, was that
just-
teleportation or was that disappearing? And then he walked forward. And
I'm going to
reappeared?
say teleportation just based on like how slow everything is in this episode. Like it couldn't be like an instant transmission. It had to be instant plus 2 seconds transmission.
It worked.
It's
It
plus 2
worked.
seconds.
See?
I'm bored.
I do know what I'm doing.
It worked. It worked. It worked.
Isn't this
Oh.
like an in-game feature? Why is he so happy? Like he just brewed a potion that would be like coded into the game in the first place. Not like he
Yeah.
developed it
Have
brand
you
new.
not played like a RPG or something, sir? I mean, wouldn't you know? Like there are like normally recipes that you could do, and there's like features.
I mean, as someone who likes to make potions in games, I can understand this
Like,
enthusiasm, but at the same time, they're still pre-programmed.
It's just while we're talking, it's just I'm slowly imagining Minecraft C418 Mouses in Venice playing in the background, like
Okay.
ominously.
Well, now that that's over with, you owe me.
Oh god.
Ah, right.
Pan up
Hey,
reveal,
X,
nice.
I got your nerd stuff.
Science stuff, Funk.
Same thing.
Where'd they go?
Jacob, look in your DMs.
Did he leave them on the table? Where did they go? Have you
Or
already
maybe
been
they're
sending me? Oh, okay.
Thoughts, feelings.
Hmm.
Have you been making a character design this whole time?
Yes.
No wonder your commentary hasn't been good or sufficient.
Yeah,
Listen.
that's true. You've been very silent for you, particularly.
Oh, well, I did have to go upstairs and talk to my mom when she was like ordering a pizza for like 10 minutes, so
That's also why I was silent for a part of it. But you know, foods.
Hmm. I mean, the armor feels relatively dull in comparison to the guards that we had previously, I think. But other than that,
Well, this is more realistic armor. I don't even know what you were thinking with the armor design you did in episode 1. I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't like that concept of armor. They're too colorful. This is going for more of a steely look.
hmm well, okay. I mean, he's missing the nose, and I'm guessing the head
Oh.
wasn't adjusted. But those are
Okay.
like those like two
That's
things.
for-
As for everything else, I'm surprised about he has like a very smiley expression for such a stoic character as well.
Oh, again, that's just my default expression. I'm gonna be honest.
Your default expression is a mouth you have to manually select.
Yes.
Aha.
It's just
Okay,
I
then.
just do a default smile. You saw it in Fallen Angels. I do a default smile.
That's
Also,
not
how do
even
you
the- that's
adjust
not
the head
default
shape?
Smile.
How do you adjust the head shape?
It's in one of the body pages.
Oh.
Okay, you go to the poses. Are you working with GachaLife too?
Yes, because this is for people above, so everything's GachaLife too.
Alright, you click on the head, and there should be an
I
option to
found it.
edit its size.
Thankfully, I found it. Okay, I'm giving my boy his nose.
All right then. Also, I found some screenshots that Josh has sent, so I'm gonna queue those up. Because Josh sent me the description, and I didn't think it was worth bringing out the description this time, but I think it actually makes a little bit of sense to do this. So yeah, unable to understand the logic of GachaLife, Samuel James befriends a green-skinned scientist and a swag with horrible hair to explore the level of randomness. Like a
Yay,
swag.
something.
I guess,
Not like
I guess
someone
this
with
this one. I
swag?
guess this is a swag. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Unless, what if instead of swag, what if the creator meant remove the S and the G and add an F in front instead? Bad joke.
Move the S and the G.
And then add an
a
F.
foie.
No, and then add an F.
Yeah, well,
Swag.
well, like at the end, like I don't know.
Swag is S, G. No wait, God,
No, it isn't.
I can't.
SWAG. You move the S and the G. You add an N. you
Oh,
get
I
foie.
meant remove the S and the W, and then add F.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a joke, a bad joke.
That was a huge stretch there.
Yeah.
Anyways, next image, backgrounds and props. I drew Dr. X's house, the street, and the McDonald's backgrounds. kudos to you. I'm not sure if these were sourced from somewhere, but now I know.
McDonald's
As well as some
had
of the
a
props.
farm.
The others were from GachaLife
E-I-E-I-O.
itself. Yes. All right then. Hey, teleporting, so much fun. Let me just congratulations on your accomplishments. Take a participation trophy.
Mhm.
I've always found it weird, like you like have to take a
But-
potion in order to teleport.
But here's
yeah,
the thing
I
about
don't
this
know.
teleportation potion. How does it work? Is it like a random teleportation where it'll teleport you to a random place? And then if it is a random teleportation, does this potion account for objects? For example, if it's a random teleportation potion, would it teleport you in the middle of a wall if it randomly teleported you with no...
I imagine that would have come up in beta testing.
Yeah, but... Or
Yeah.
is it...
Oh, I'm in the table. Hello.
Or is it a teleport? Oh, because I imagine with a teleportation potion, that a teleportation potion would either A, have a set destination, be like, okay, I want to teleport you to this exact area and this exact building, or B, the teleportation potion would give you the ability to choose where you teleport. But it seems the main character didn't choose to teleport there specifically; they just kind of teleported. So my best guess is that it's a teleportation potion that teleports you directly to the lab in this exact spot. That's at least my guess.
Why would the lab be the program here? My guess would be that it would be that the game selects a random square that is free in order to put the player character in, the one that has just had drunk the potion.
But that makes it useless when you think about it.
I guess if you're locked in combat, it can provide you with a moment of time to flee from an enemy with no knockback, I suppose.
Like, I guess so, but can I say one thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Throughout this entire thing, there's been at least 1 or 2 moments that have made me laugh. Other than that, I'm really bored.
We know. We said that earlier.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying it again to show that it hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
Valid.
my verdict is the same.
Why is there
My
an
verdict
attention
is the
seeker in
same.
this house?
I didn't hear a single word of that line.
Something.
Why is there an attention seeker in this house?
I'm no attention seeker. I'm just new to this game.
Yeah, he even helped me with the potion.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I went to the store for nothing?
Yes.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, so it was more potion ingredients they went
Be
for.
right back.
Also, I guess the montage wasn't like over that long of a time span then. If it took like a trip to the store, which again, you're in a video game, right? Wouldn't store be like a waypoint or something that would be an easy like a warp to go to? Like, do you have to like actually walk to the store every time?
Bunk.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. I guess the potion keeps occurring.
Yo, new
I
kid,
guess he
did
just
you
has the ability to teleport freely now.
I mean, he doesn't seem to
seriously
control
take
it.
this stuff?
Yeah, my name's Sam.
It's a girl's name.
That's
No, it's
what I
not.
said.
It's not a
My
girl's
full name is
you
Samuel.
idiot.
Can we go get McDonald's now?
Hey, Dr. X, how long does this potion last for?
Well, because you added the whole chemical to the mix, it should last around 3 hours.
Can we?
Oh, Dr. X,
Oh, so
you
they
owe me,
can-
remember?
Well, I guess it would be in the game files.
Can we go get McDonald's?
Oh my goodness, what on earth is that? Get away from here.
Like, I'm just gonna say this. There are people with different autistic abilities in their lives.
Okay, but
Creating things.
why did this need to be art? Just like have the head from Gacha. Just take that. If you're gonna use an art program, do the thing that makes more sense.
As someone who's doing something similar for Monster Compendium, just disconnect the head and take that, but don't
Yeah.
unless you're confident in your artistic skill to actually create something that's look like nightmare fuel.
This is like that was actually my favorite edit from It's a Family thing. Was that one scene where Carlisle was like trying to sleep? I hope it was Carlisle. Actually, I think it might have been. Yeah, he's like trying to sleep, and then he's like hears his family at the same time, while like all their floating heads are going by with their different expressions and stuff. Like that, you can actually like make a proper change and everything.
Even
Snap.
Josh agrees. Yeah, that looks scary.
Definitely.
It's terrifying.
All of you are meant to be in the thumbnail because there ain't no loony in the thumbnail. Let me just check the thumbnail again. I mean, Dr. X and Mr. Swag are definitely a part of this. Maybe the character on the left is actually Sam once he's customized himself a bit more.
Yeah.
Which, consider this
That's kind
isn't
of-
a reincarnation Isekai, you can actually do, I suppose.
You can just do
Yes.
that. You could just.
Oh, here we go again.
We can go to McDonald's now. Sam, come with us.
Okay.
Why-
Hold up.
He's on screen!
You're
Why
not
do you need to do that?
seriously going out like that, right?
I'll help you get a new look.
Okay, new look, here we go.
Now do you see the edit button on the screen? Hit that. Now just change.
I hear like the disembodied like voices as you see the edit version. As if like the customization feature would be like on everyone's directories whether you went into it or not, like at the homepage.
Into what?
Anything you want.
Oh my goodness. And having to
That's
like
actually really.
having to like sync
That's
up
a
like
really
the
nice
moving
touch.
mouse, from the homepage. That's nice.
Could have given him better directions.
Or not, I guess. Again, the sound effect took a couple of seconds to load. Just put it at the beginning of the edit. We don't need to see everything to linger on the visuals to appreciate them. That's what we like. Normally, people can pause for that stuff if they want to.
How's this?
There it is. There's the randomized feature. Absolute abomination, but deliberately so.
What the heck
Too
did you
many.
do to
Too
yourself?
many items.
Oh, and I guess one of them's gone already. The pig snout's disappeared.
Yeah, you're right. I could have given him better directions.
Or any, really.
Create something that looks better.
That is the advice that a lot of people will give you. It's like Emily back in the day with like design criticism. So that is like the learning curve, is essentially like no one is going to help you out that much. Just have to
So what?
learn by doing.
Ghosty,
Yeah.
is this how you feel during certain streams?
It actually feels during this stream.
Yeah, because nothing interesting has really happened.
Yeah, this all does feel like the kind of setup you would have at the start, minus the potion part. That was weird. But the rest of it, like, customizing your character, getting used to like the gacha game itself, the stigma around Looney, the different attitudes of the different players, it's just going way too slowly. This is the kind of setup we would do like in the first, 3 minutes or so, but we've been here for way longer than that.
Like, the Monster Compendium's opening is a slow burn, so I should know a thing or two about writing slow burns. This burn is not. This slow burn is barely a flame.
Yeah.
It's a candle
Hmm.
below a teapot trying to heat up the water.
Exactly. Then again, I guess Alpha Witch Academy sort of counts as a slow burn too, because like the 2 episodes we got so far, this is like the first day, like the orientation around the academy itself. But I guess sprinkled in with like the mystery and the magic and everything else. Hopefully no one's bored during that.
How about now?
Oh, I stopped with actually left the chair there. So that was actually disembodied from GachaLife.
Marvelous.
Good enough.
If you haven't watched this and just heard the name GachaLife, what do you think the story will be about? Well, I said that towards the beginning. I said that I thought this was going to be a story about someone who's actually reincarnated, that kind of isekai, into the world of gacha and has to actually get used to it kind of by force. And then I guess what Aiden would have said as well, like eventually you get a lot of the mini movie tropes, some of the meme tropes, all the stuff people have collectively decided. Not only that, but also the wackiness, I guess, how you would actually feel like to live in this world. but it is just a video game. And it's essentially like, someone just learning how to play a game with like not really any stakes. That's what's missing. Stakes. There's nothing like at risk here or like anything. There's no. I mean, it's not necessarily you have to have like a big threat or something, but I don't know, like any sort of conflict, any like wants and desires here. It's just people playing a game with like not much of a story. That's what's missing. That's why our slow burns work, Ghosty.
Like I was also about to say, like lots of excellent things, slice of life anime don't need to have set stakes. This is just an uninteresting crawl.
I feel like even
the characters don't feel too interesting to latch onto. Like, what do we know about these characters other than, hey, the green guy is a scientist?
I guess like it's also like, I mean,
this where is the person who exists.
Even simple slice of life stuff, you still have at least some degree of stakes. Like I don't have to be high ones. They just need to not be zero. Because I mean, I guess if you think about like Kobayashi, for example, a lot of that is just it's like going through like their daily wacky lives. I mean, sometimes there'll be a new character where it's just like there's a whole conflict there, but some of the time it's just like, oh well, I need to do X, Y, Z to impress Miss Kobayashi, and that's all that you need from Toru's perspective. I'm like, okay, fine. I better not mess this up. I better not try and like put my tail in the food again or something. Like anything really. And then obviously
I need
to keep people invested at the same time. But yeah, when they've got that missing, I think that is what is lacking here, because like I'm going to play a game. Why? Because I'm doing a teleportation potion. Why? Because I'm standoffish. Why? Because.
And even then, we can have more personalized character conflicts that can like seem small in the minor leagues, but it's the personalities of the characters who can keep us interested in the characters themselves. There doesn't need to be a conflict.
Mm-hmm. Like the closest we've come in this so far is like is Sam being told he was an attention seeker by having Luna May's default skin because people pretend to be loony sometimes, and that's like a stigma. But even that was just more like an, oh, okay, fine. I guess I will never leave this room and experience that ever again because the next time I vacate this premises for the person who's like told me, I'm gonna look like something different, so it won't matter anymore. Yeah. Nikachu was the little girl from the beginning who I adopted. Yeah, I can see why.
Well, at least she looked happy to be there.
I think he just made himself look worse. Look at him.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my goodness. Yep, eyeless freaks, of course.
Ah, you have no eyes!
Again, how long did it take him to register that, and why was the shot lingering on for so long?
You have no eyes!
You're peeking your microphone.
Wow, if that really frightens you, then... There. Better?
Yeah.
That was quick. Why did he take them off in the first place? Why did he take off his sunglasses? He don't need them. They're just going to go shopping, right? Like, what? I like to think that all these people are just standing around in a circle and like they're waiting for like the moment that someone's like turn around and see them, and it's like, eh.
Welcome to the TA meeting.
Yeah. Okay, this is what feels more natural. I mean, I'm not even bothered by the solid background stuff. It's a game. This kind of thing would happen in the first place, but people are just doing their thing, playing like by themselves. Some people are on the streets, some people like in the cars. Well, a pirate and Darth Kirito can fight for a bit. I don't know. Whatever it might be.
A pirate and Darth Kirito?
That's what it looks like. I was gonna say like he looks like Kirito from the Aincrad arc, but also had like a lightsaber, so I went with Darth Vader.
Yeah, as someone who played VR chat, I'm surprised there aren't more furries.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Okay. Or like how everyone's voice in this like matches their in-game characters, at least somewhat. Like you don't have any like girls playing guys or guys playing girls or something yet. Anyway, I've only heard 3 speaking characters so far. It might still happen.
It's a McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean that feels like VR. That feels like VR chat, just recreating McDonald's.
Yeah, there is a literal McDonald's world you could go to.
All they're
Just hang around.
all they're missing is a random watermark on the image that they've imported.
Finally here.
It was 5 minutes away. Stop whining.
Aiden got cold, that's why. Why did you get thrown inside?
Dr. X?
Alright, first, you don't need to call me Dr. X every time. Just call me X.
Okay, X.
Right.
Who are
I thought it was your gamer tag.
all these people?
All these people are creations of Looney.
Come on. I'm starved, man.
Let's
Then
sit.
go get some food in real life, idiot.
Yeah, or like actually get in the queue. You don't have to wait for him to finish explaining, right?
Wait for a waiter.
Wait for a waiter. Why is he making that face? Is this is I'm hungry face?
I guess so. So the characters are moving so slowly,
Hello,
like, I
can take your
understand.
order?
But can we just speed it up a little bit?
Chicken nuggies.
Yeah, no, you just gotta have like the wait just like walk in slow motion, freeze there for a second. Hello, can I take your order? Is this an NPC?
And milkshake.
It's like, can we just speed it up a little
Hey,
bit? That would
chicken,
make
please.
sense.
Yeah.
Thing on the menu.
Are you
I
insane?
want it all.
I want it all. Now I want it now.
You're gonna spend all your in-game currency on invisible fast food you're not going to ingest with your real-life face.
Yeah. You know what would be really funny if like they actually used like a gacha mechanic to select your food. It's like, oh my goodness, I got I got the fries. I got a burger. It was the rare drop or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Are you sure you can eat all of that?
Positive.
I mean, I'm a video game character, so I can eat whatever I want. Like, I know that certain VR games like will have that. I'm pretty sure people have like full body suits sometimes where they can actually like sense when they're being like touched in a game in VR. But I
Yep,
don't
that is
think
a
that
thing that
I
exists.
don't think that translates to what's being ingested into their systems.
No, that doesn't. Like,
Putting on the
did the main character accidentally make friends with a couple of NPCs?
Maybe
menu. Are you insane?
either that or like Dr. X, I think, is an actual player, but maybe like Mr. Swag isn't. Mr. Swag was an NPC that like was partied up with Dr. X for a quest and he never finished the quest, so the NPC never left him alone. Again, much like in Sword Art Online Abridged.
Meanwhile, Ghost Kitty is like, McDonald's? Can I get a Happy Meal so I can feel happy since this video isn't making me feel very happy?
I want fries and a toy. Once again, it's a video game. No toys required.
Max, I'm sure we can eat all of it. I'm not sure we can eat all of it.
Okay, finally, an actually decently paced joke. You actually cut at the right moment and didn't linger on the shot before you started. Thank you. And also imported like all that food and all the different backgrounds. Yeah, very nice.
Those are some big ass nuggets.
They certainly are. Yeah, that's true. It's not really like portioned appropriately for the characters, but I don't know. Maybe it's because they all have big heads.
God, I am stuffed.
You do realize you owe me for this, right?
Did he
Oh
end up paying?
no.
What?
Up ahead.
And we're back to being slow again.
Oh, not these two idiots again.
You could always leave.
Well.
They were smirking at each other. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're gay for each other.
and of course they come up and go, well. That's got to be their first line. I mean, this is GachaLogic, so the bullies have to have stock dialogue, I suppose. I was about to say, wasn't there an anime that had a moment where they met a guy who didn't complete quests and kept the NPCs around as friends or something? Well, I mean, I don't know about like an official anime, but Sword Art Online Abridged did that. Because basically, like the joke was that like because Sword Art Online had certain characters being so forgettable that they just did not have like any distinct personalities, that they could literally just be NPCs, so why not make them NPCs? So like all their dialogue was, "You must save my family! The bandits are coming!" And then one of them was literally the tutorial NPC as well. "Always remember to jump! Yeah.
I don't. I'm still very bored.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. After this, we need to watch Sword Art Online Abridged again.
It's like the nerds finally made
After
a new
this,
friend.
I feel like literally doing anything else.
Well, I tell you what, that episode where the NPCs appear is the Christmas one. We'll see. Anyway, look, a knockoff Drew from the Music Freaks, and his friends a knockoff Jitterbed Millie from the Music Freaks. It is entirely possible that Rosie Closet used these particular presets for both of those characters.
Knock off gender bent Millie.
It feels like very specific. It's like me saying, "Oh wow, look at this like human eared Harvey or something, human eared tailless Harvey."
It's human Harvey and
Yeah.
who are you?
I would also say knock off Silas, but I think that is literally the preset used for Silas. So yeah.
Could you please leave us alone?
Shut it, nerd.
Oh, be quiet. Do you have any new comeback?
Only I get to call him a nerd.
No, actually, nerd is our only one. Shut up.
Sam, nice to meet you.
Sam.
That's a girl's name, isn't it? It's going to say that.
That's a girl's name.
Of course. Rule of threes. That's a classic thing in comedy. Rule of threes. Do the same thing 3 times.
It's a boy's name
Okay,
too.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
As someone who often looks at my real life name, which I'm not gonna speak here, and
Oh, actually, that makes perfect sense. I know your name in real life, and I get why you're saying that.
it's a boy's name, right? No, it's
Yeah.
gender neutral. I'm going to punch these people directly in the face for their transgressions.
Yeah, in your case, you are the first person with your real name you're the first like female that I've heard with that name. But I mean, I didn't question it that much.
It's true.
Yeah, if you weren't stupid, you would know.
If you weren't a pathetic little loser, I wouldn't have to do this.
Oh my goodness, it's a lag potion. Probably the actual worst thing you can do to a character in a game. The lag potion overloads your CPU.
What's happening?
Whoa, X! What was that?
It's called a splash potion of slowness.
It's
Okay, well, I did mention Minecraft Flints before, so I guess that come full circle. How'd you got with the idea for Harvey being a raccoon? I think that was Aiden's idea. I mean, yeah, I think Aiden was. I think what happened was Aiden was designing him, and then he randomly came up with the idea of like making him a mutant, like playing around with the different like hairstyles or tails or something, and then it just became a mutant.
Well, that is kind of how, Tori ended up being a mutant. Aiden suggested, hey, that seems like a cool thing. Then it happened.
There you go.
from Minecraft.
In the case of Tori, I can't really tell, honestly.
Do
Like,
yourself
yeah.
a favor.
No, like, I can mention that she's a mutant all I want, No one is going to know where her mutation is until we eventually get to that. But
Oh.
unfortunately, it's
Did
so
someone say
hard to.
mutant?
Yes, we're talking about yeah, Ghost Kitty asked what how did you come up with the idea to make Harvey a raccoon? Or raccoon mutant.
Honestly, there wasn't much reason to it. I'm gonna be honest. It was just I was designing him and I was like, oh, what if I make him a mutant? I know a raccoon mutant. And then that's literally the only reason.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that's what also happened with Morwenna, because again, because Morwenna was originally an extra in my first gacha video, like Cycle of Dismay, and I just found like, oh, what's this? Oh, there's a tail section here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh yeah, of course, because I'd seen the tails already, but like, what? I wonder what else is in here. Oh, I never seen this dragon tail before. Sure, I'll give that to a character.
Yeah. I mean, like with Harvey, that's the main reason why Harvey's mutation wasn't verbally mentioned in the script till like episode 6, where I verbally had them talk about it.
Because we wrote more
Yeah.
episodes before the characters were designed.
Yeah, because Harvey wasn't designed, and after I think up to like episode 4, maybe part of episode 5 was written by the time Harvey was introduced. I forget the exact timeline of writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like Harvey, that's why in like episode 2, or even like I don't think he wasn't even a part of episode 3. That's why in episode 2 he wasn't acknowledged as a mutant, because he wasn't written as a mutant initially. He was only in, and that's why until like season 2 I did give him actual storyline that affected him being a mutant, with the whole Campe storyline going on currently. But yeah, but like honestly, like that wasn't a part of his plan initially. He was just meant to be like stoner store clerk, man.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary anyway. But yeah, trying to think of. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, and look at you now. Whenever we come up with new story ideas and we start writing the script or playing out the details, suddenly I'll be told it'll be late at night when I'm like working through, and then suddenly the end goes, "Hey, I designed the characters from just now. What do you think?" Like, oh, I gotta come over to Discord now and like take away from that flow. Yeah, Aiden designs the characters almost immediately after hearing about them.
Listen, I like designing
said before,
characters. It's fun time.
Very fast. It was actually kind of refreshing to return to the people above, because we wrote that script before GachaLife 2 was released. Therefore, we physically couldn't design the characters until like the game was out. So we had to return to form, and that was actually very, very cathartic for me, because that's how I tend to do things anyway.
Favor Devin and get a hobby.
How did you?
Gachalogic.
Oh, you can actually I can have like the fade out of the original line. So it got multiple tracks. Well, I guess multiple tracks because music was already part of the background anyway.
My friend.
You'll pay for this.
Robot?
Might be a
Potion of slowness.
while, but
Oh.
this
Yeah, and also desaturation, I guess.
potion lasts for 12 hours.
What?
That feels very overpowered.
That seems kind of cruel, honestly.
People can easily troll each other with that kind of thing. That is way too excessive.
Also, 12 hours. Like, normally potions in game at most last like 10 minutes. They don't normally last multiple hours. Jeez.
Yeah, probably for the reason that I've suggested. Then again, technically speaking, in Minecraft, you can give someone slowness forever if you have the right commands, and obviously if you're opt.
I wouldn't
But,
say commands count in Minecraft, because commands, again, are counted as cheating. And you could do a lot with commands. You could summon in items and stuff, and I wouldn't really count that as a quote-unquote feature of the main game. It's just like a cheating feature that you could use. Like,
Yeah,
if you're actually playing the
what
game,
I'm
you're not
saying
going to
is
be able
that
to
what I'm
get
saying is that you
infinite
have the
slowness.
option to mess with people by doing that.
Yeah.
Wait, potions in Minecraft don't last that.
GachaLogic.
What?
There you go.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess you
I
on the
forgot
mark there.
they just mentioned
Yeah,
Minecraft.
Okay, yeah,
Dang.
it feels this feels weird because like again, we're mentioning all this stuff like potions and stuff. Like it's almost like gacha logic here is used as like the excuse for any
Game
logic, not specifically stuff people have
Yeah.
like called gacha logic over the years. Like it's very particular the way that gacha logic like the examples people think of all the time with this stuff. It's not like
GachaLogic
anything works here.
GachaLogic is someone putting a lollipop in their mouth and then someone calling it a cigarette.
Exactly, that kind of thing, which people have seen a lot of the time and associate with gacha personally.
GachaLogic is having a spoiled brat, be a blatant spoiled brat with those big red lips.
Or a child that's hated for no reason as well.
GachaLogic is a
I
mother
think it's
birthing
about
a
time.
child and immediately being like, "I hate you. I love you though. I love this child though."
Or two children immediately after being born being able to walk and talk almost
Yeah.
at once.
That's
I asked-
GachaLogic. I wouldn't say GachaLogic is anything illogical in the case of illogical in maybe in video games or something like
Yeah.
that.
GachaLife itself is inherently logical, but it does have its limitations. It's like thumbs and fingers, essentially.
What's Gacha logic?
And now he asked that, even though he's heard that a few times before. Also, I guess he's been resaturated, and his mouth is moving at regular speeds now.
Ah.
Wait, guys, there's a dog in that tree up there.
Oh, okay.
We should check him out, shouldn't we?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, two different answers. Did I like that?
I don't think the potion's effect ran out yet.
Also, Gacha isn't particularly known for potions. I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's
a lot of things to focus on GachaLogic. Potions aren't normally a thing used in Gacha.
Yeah, I think the only thing is like that like
They
baby
have like a
punishment
beaker.
thing.
They have
That
a
was it,
beaker.
really. That's the only
They have
example I
a-
can think of.
They have like a beaker in Gacha, but that's about it.
You know what, guys? I can't take this anymore.
I mean, you got through My Shimmering Husband. This is definitely not as bad as that.
This is not as bad as My Shimmering Husband.
It's also like
But
way
I
shorter.
don't-
We're almost done, by the way. I think this is the last scene.
But wait.
This is the last scene?
Rosie, don't
Yeah.
leave because after this, we can convince Jacob to do Code Lyoko night.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good.
you're
I was gonna-
right. You're right.
You did say Sword Art Online Abridged, but yeah, you know what? Code Lyoko Night. That's
Go
way
Lyoko
more
Night.
overdue.
Go Lyoko Night. I have a
All right.
reason to stay. Finally, a show with actual stakes.
Exactly. Especially with the season we're on now.
Be defused within 1 second of them being on screen.
No, more like 22 minutes.
What?
I might be able to teleport up there and get the puppy.
I mean, can you control your
just...
teleportation? Because last time I saw you teleport, you couldn't control it. You just
That is
kind of
true.
teleported randomly. Like,
think
again,
most-
this is what I say when it comes to teleportation. How is this teleportation potion work? God, I'm going to start ranting about magic systems now. If you're going to introduce a magic system, have it be concrete.
I think the point is that it's GachaLogic and therefore isn't concrete. Not that that's a good answer, but I think that is the solution.
But
Anyway.
that is, again, like I said, that wouldn't really count under GachaLogic thing. That would just count as illogical logic. Illogical. Also, wait, how did the main character look unique?
I don't know.
Was it like a potion?
No,
He's no longer loony. He's no longer loony.
he was taught by the scientists how to access the character customizations.
Oh, dang.
It's literally the fact that the doctor opened the tutorial and gave it to him.
Dang. Also, okay. Also, by the way, what is the scientist design? Okay. No, I need to talk about this. Like, these outfit colors are all over the place. So he has like this long lab coat, like trench coat suit looking thing, but it has like a blue, like button up shirt with a white tie. But then he has like red shoes with outline black highlights for some reason and white pants. What is this design? And purple eyes, gray hair, this dark green skin with some X on his cheek. He has very thick eyebrows. What is this hairstyle? What is this design?
You know something, Aiden? I have actually, I just had a thought. Have
Yeah.
you watched any videos by a GachaTuber named Beowulf?
I think I have, because I'm pretty sure Beowulf's the person who helped make the Gacha Plus mod.
Oh yes, that's a good point. But yeah, like one of the things they do most of all as video content goes is roast OCs.
Yeah.
So
Look, I'm
potentially that
like,
might be good formula for you. Not gonna lie, like
listen, yes, like, listen, okay. Consistency in design is very important. Consistent colors, maybe consistent traits, consistent design attributes for a certain character. I
Yeah.
think that will work really good.
No Apple Warriors.
Like
Yeah.
that's the point where I disagree with you, Aiden, because you have characters that wear different outfits with similar color schemes, and that bothers me.
I just do that for recognition, and also it makes it technically easier to design them, anyways. When I'm always designing in the same ballpark area, like, I mean, I may use different shades of blue. Like Adam, for example, is a character who's had various shades of blue. Actually, like if you look at his design has different. I do go for like maybe a super saturated, like grayish blue, or maybe like a bright blue, maybe a very light blue. I have actually did various shades of blue attributed to Adam.
This is true. I mean, which is also why his disguises don't work as well as he thought they might when he originally came to Earth. But oh well.
Yeah.
That's
Excellent
like
idea,
the
sir.
episode I have planned for
Excellent.
Monster Compendium where Ulrich sneaks into a place by literally just wearing a vest over his regular shirt. He's not a smart. He's a smart boy when he wants to be.
I mean, I feel like Ulrich would have to cover up a little bit more than that, like his wolf features particularly.
I feel like
maybe the eye patch.
He could probably put on a hat or something, like a long trench coat to cover up his tail,
or just wear a hoodie. Instead of a vest, have him wear a hoodie so he can like cover up his ears, goes over his eyes as well, so you can't see the patch.
Yeah.
But he would also have to wear like a very long hoodie, and he have to tuck his tail into his pants and hood, just so
I mean,
you
it doesn't
couldn't
have to
actually see
just
it.
be the hoodie, but that would actually
Yeah.
work overall, I suppose. It's one of those. That's one of those things of the.
I mean, wait, I got a question. Has Ulrich ever thought about putting in a fake eye?
Yes, you've asked me this question before, Aiden. And I also promised you, like, to talk with you about lore, but that never happened.
Listen, I've been busy. I had to get surgery the other day for my ingrained toe, and they had to knock me out because I can't handle needles, and I freak out every time a needle's involved.
Did you and BB have Did you and BB have the same surgery like very quickly after each other? I think you
I
did.
don't know. I mean, BB probably was able to do it awake. I wasn't.
BB just toughs it out. Get me the surgery right now.
He is
Give
a
it to
very
me.
strong person, okay? I am not when it comes to needles.
I'm scared.
Needles scare me.
Oh my goodness. And yes, that is I think Beowulf is spelled like WULF. They're close.
Yes, I'm part of Beowulf's Discord.
Fair enough. I'd have
I've
enough
been here
slots
just
on Discord.
lurking for a while, just watching the Discord like a creep.
That's what I do at most Discord servers. I just keep an eye on it. I don't actually participate.
It's like, yes, I'm not going to participate, but I am going to just creepily watch in the background.
This is entertainment. Anyway, this is one in this is one OCs in GachaLife, the Gacha Club, then in GachaLife 2 and decide if it's better. Yeah. There is whenever there's a new Gacha game that comes out, people always will do compare and contrast, and Beowulf has certainly had the cornered the market on that one. We have actually also featured a Beowulf mini movie on here before, the Alternia series. One that for some reason, the episode 2 got recovered, but then anything before episode 5 is lost media.
Dang.
Yeah, which meant like we had no clue what was happening, but that was part of the experiment.
Fine, but make it quick.
Oh, I guess he just has the power to teleport now. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what the
Yeah, he
hosting
does.
gave. And I
He's-
guess now
I guess
He's
he now
mastered
is.
it now.
I guess he's now is also full control over the teleportation. Who knew?
Mhm.
Although I will say the problem with zooming in is it makes the background look very pixelated.
it also makes the actual person look diminutive.
Oh,
Like,
he
the
looks so
dog-
small compared to the tree. Jeez.
Exactly. And
Like-
compared to the dog, that dog is humongous.
It was on the ground before.
Also,
But-
wait. Is he planning on teleporting with the dog? Because
Yes.
I know sometimes,
Or
like I
jumping
know,
down with it, maybe.
like with fallen angels in particular, yes, the angels can canonically teleport people while touching them. But in most cases of teleportation, the person only teleports themselves and maybe their clothes, and obviously their clothes.
As far as in-game teleportation goes, it is questionable whether or not there'll be like a mechanic you can even code into the game, unless you can pick up dogs as like you can pick up NPCs and teleport them with you. Sometimes you can do that in certain situations.
Maybe, I don't know. I find it
Oh,
weird
like that,
though.
yeah. Put them on the hats, yeah. that works.
Oh,
Or throw it. Okay, that also.
I mean, I
works.
think that's
Okay,
kind of
fine.
dangerous. You didn't even call out, "Hey, open your hey, I'm gonna throw him," and give him the heads up because you just kind of put him on your head and then yeet.
Yeah, that dog was gonna take some fall damage otherwise.
Okay.
Oh, the
Ghost
dog.
Kitty
The dog died.
is like Ghost.
Dead dog.
Ghosty is always looking at the shadows. She's always in the corner, just
Being a
photosynthesizing.
gremlin.
Yeah. Oh, I thought your camera's frozen there for a second. You said it without like moving your lips barely at all. That's impressive.
All right, come on.
She's working on her
Teleport down
ventriloquism.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't. It's not working.
Imagine if this is like the odd teleportation where like every time it actually like a new
That makes a
new
clown.
sound creates, yeah.
I mean, we are dealing with a video game. Although to be fair, if that were to happen, I feel like the clone wouldn't have sentience, and the clone
It wouldn't.
Just
It would be the.
It would just be
like
the character model of the player.
Yeah, you would have like
the
the same inputs.
doll.
You'd have the same inputs, but like every character like moves the same as each other, but they're just like placed independently on the screen or something. So like Sam tries to walk to the left, the clone that's on the tree also walks to the left and falls off and takes full damage, but then doesn't acknowledge it.
We're off.
We can still work with this. Just jump down.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah. Look, see, he's so small now.
What?
Oh,
Is that the
cliffhanger.
okay?
Oh my goodness.
I
Okay.
feel like in the art of cliffhangers, that's not a good cliffhanger.
Oh, that was his name, Funk. Okay.
Funk.
I like Mr. Swag better.
I want to go
Okay.
bang my head against a wall. Somehow this feels worse than my shimmering husband.
Oh no, I think that.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
I mean,
Like-
this one at least has voice acting, a solid like a good premise to begin with, like a novel
Yeah, it
idea.
has like a good premise and a good idea. Meanwhile, my shimmering husband was completely silent. Like, I'm trying to pinpoint, and I think I found the solution. There are no stakes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in my shimmering husband, there are stakes, but the stakes just change constantly.
I mean,
Yeah.
what are the characters' goals? Like, do the characters actually have goals, or is it just to exist in this world?
Yeah, we had a talk about this earlier when we were talking about like slow burn storytelling.
I don't
Where
know,
we said,
because I
like,
kind of wish they
yeah.
had a goal. Because, like, if we were going for a full-on isekai thing, like the goal of the character, for example, would be living in this new world and getting used to their new existence in this world. That's
Yeah,
normally
usually
the
the
thing.
protagonist end up like finding something they want to do, either whether it becomes like level up if there is a level up mechanic that exists, or some sort of profession, or they run into a particular character they want to help for whatever reason because they're stuck in a bad situation, or because they fall out of sight. Any of those can happen.
I mean, in the case of like Sword Art Abridged, for example, like Kirito's goal was kind of just to honestly exist in this crazy world at first.
I mean, yeah,
like-
well, I mean, everyone's goal was to escape the
Yeah.
game, and they had to eventually
Yeah.
like, come together to do that. But Kirito was the only one who had the means to do so. That was his that was his edge. His motivation was the same as most other people, and also to not die at the same time because you die in the game, you die for real.
You know, not dying is a good motivation most of the time. I'm gonna be honest.
And I guess also
Just
reinvent
writing-
himself. Abridged Kirito wanted to reinvent himself as the person he always knew he could be, but he was picked on in the real world and never be able to actually physically assert himself in any way. But in the game, of course, perfect solution because that was his territory.
I mean, OG Kirito and non-abridged, I guess was just to get a harem. Literally.
Was that okay? Was that his goal, or did that just kind of happen over time?
I guess it just kind of happened.
That just kind of happened. Like I don't know.
I think
like,
maybe his goal was again to like save everyone. He had more of a hero complex, I guess. Like not necessarily because. Oh my goodness.
Nah, my headcanon is he just wanted a harem.
Okay then. Sure, all right then. Kind of makes his interactions with Silica a lot worse, but whatever. Do I wish this got continued? Oh, this not get continued.
Oh,
I mean, not gonna lie, I kind of do because at first I was actually like, kind of enthralled with the idea.
you
like,
know, a slow burn
but
only
then-
works if there's more to
Payoff, yes.
burn. If there's
Just the payoff at
actually
the end.
something to burn, because
Yeah, I learned that with Alpha Witch Academy. Need to actually do episode 3 at some point.
oh,
Next
you'll
year.
get to episode 3. I believe in you.
Yeah.
You're not the quitter type.
Oh no, I'm not the quitter type. It will happen eventually. I mean, I've had the script written for years, so I very much know where it's going to go, and the series too. But anyway, as for this, yeah, I was very like invested in like the general idea. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but it still had potential. But then it sort of missed out on some of the stuff that episode 1 is supposed to do. Again, like setting up the stakes. It set up the characters a bit, but it really didn't introduce like any conflict until the very end. Like, oh, they get picked on by these two player characters. That's something at least. If anything, the biggest stakes was at the end, where will he or will he not take full damage in a game where you can just respawn? I would assume. What a roller coaster we went on today. And of course, the pacing, because immediately after I completed this episode, when the pacing issues started happening, because that's when they started talking, honestly. It was working way better when, just like the intro and the gacha, like, homepage itself, where it was, like, being set up, but no one has spoken yet. It's weird to think that, again, sometimes the worst part of a voice-acted series can be the voice acting. Not this case, but it did, like, drag things down. It wasn't the worst ever, but I feel like
It
there
could
was a
be
lot of
worse.
room
It
for
could be
improvement.
actually bad voice acting, because that happens sometimes, where it's like, oh, yes, we have a voice acted series, but
yeah,
the voice
like,
acting is crap.
Yeah.
the voice acting here was actually pretty decent.
It depends on
Nothing-
the scene. They were quite flat at times, especially towards the beginning. They kind of got into it afterwards.
Yeah, they got into it.
But yeah, I think that was basically it. Is there anything else about this? And I guess, yeah, because it's now we're in the credits, so we don't have the voice. Give me that money. Give me that payment. Give me that jazz. I like pedicures. Well, I laugh and listen to jazz. Anyway, whatever. At least both My Sugar Husband and Adam Code Purple had actual stories, which just random scenes. Yeah, and like we said before, slice of life can work, but again, it needs something that kind of working
Well,
towards.
even
if it
Slice
is
of
in,
Life
like,
has
that
a-
small portion. Yeah,
But
we
here's
said
the
that
thing, even
before.
Slice of Life has a plot. Like, it may not be a complex plot, but it's still a plot in Slice of Life.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna adopt a daughter and go take a new nap because I'm
Yeah.
sleepy. Valid. I'm gonna go watch Kodayoko with my dude friends.
indeed.
Let's go watch something more interesting, please.
Absolutely. And someone please remind me what episode we're on because I've forgotten. But for everyone else, please leave a like or dislike
Or just like,
because
because
your opinion matters.
matters.
And subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time,